Hello lovelies, come in, welcome back into my dressing room. Today I'm going to be focusing on my favorite spot in my dressing room, the dressing table, aka vanity area, aka where I house most of my makeup. So here's what I want to do. I want to declutter the top of the dressing table. All the makeup of course needs a nice tidy home. More importantly, when I say clutter, I mean the rest of the stuff around the dressing table, which I think it annoys Hubsy more than me, because the other day he was like, why do you have hairbands hanging off these bulbs? What is all this? What's going on? You need to like streamline it and make it look clean and minimalistic. That's the designer in him. And I do agree with him. Like, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Oh, right. I haven't even worn it yet. So this was like a reminder to me to wear. I think it was my birthday party or something I was going to wear this for, but I didn't. So it kind of just hangs out here and gets stuck in my hair, apparently. The second thing that annoys me so much is the wires under the table. Look, there isn't much you can do. I have this giant plant pot. I think I want to buy just a small one of those open top ones. What are they called?
Pedal bins.
That's it. I want to get a pedal bin, just a small one, just so that it looks nice and clean, because who wants these giant ugly bags sticking out all the time? Not me. Then also the wires down there bug the hell out of me. You know, maybe we want to look for cupboards.
I think you should put a shelf across it. But going across, so you can put all of those things on top of it with an extension lead at the back.
I like the idea of a shelf. Yeah, but my issue is if I put a shelf in, do you see how many wires there are? Here. Yeah. I would have to, ladies, you know how it is, I would have to go like this every single time, and I don't think I would bother doing that. That's why I keep it here.
Dividers so that they don't mix up.
And number three, I really dislike how my lovely drawer system, which at one point was so minimalistic, this was supposed to be my drawer of favorites that I use on like more of a daily basis, has gone out of control. These baskets, I had bought a whole bunch of them from the pound shop ages ago, and they were fantastic. They still are. They fit really well. I can kind of tessellate them and it just makes the drawer a lot tidier. But I do feel like once this starts to happen where it's kind of getting full to the top, these things at the bottom are inevitably going to get neglected and go out of date and get binned. I just need more space. Hair products, all these bits at the top, I want to put them away in the drawers, but my drawers are completely full right now. So there's no way they're going to fit anywhere right now. All right, let me go through my current setup so you can see what I intend to do with how I'm storing the makeup. At the moment, I've got things stored in these drawers here, and then I've got bits stored in these acrylic drawers, which I bought ages ago, and I absolutely love them, and I want to get more of it, because you can see all of this space has the potential of being filled with glorious makeup. Hopefully, when Amazon brings it today, we're going to add some more onto here. I couldn't find the exact same ones, but that's okay. We'll have to make do. They're discontinued. The lipsticks have been arranged according to color. This is my matte liquid lipstick and lip gloss drawer. And this, you don't even want to know what this is. This was originally wires. Most of them I don't even need, so I'm going to declutter this altogether. This needs to be totally filtered out. And then up here, I've got my jewelry drawers, which I quite like this system of my jewelry drawer, but this also is starting to overflow. I've just chucked all the rings in this section here. I would ideally like to move my lipsticks out of here into an acrylic holder and put jewelry in here. Make some more space so I can just spread my jewelry out a bit. You can see I've got these liquid blushes up here, which again, I want to put these away. I haven't ever put them into the drawers because I want to be able to still see them. So keeping them in an acrylic holder, hopefully that can house these properly, because these trays are not tall enough. Oh, this is my giant NARS lipstick holder. Ta-da! I love it. I definitely want to keep it out. I've got my lip pencils in here. These are all arranged according to color. The drawers are just getting too full. In here, I've got base and the beginning stages of when I put makeup on. Get this, these are my regularly used concealers. Less regularly used, but I want to start to use more. Mascaras, I go through so many because I'm always trying new ones out. And then I've got my black eyeliners, brow stuff, and then I've got some hair stuff in here, my Dyson attachments, rubber bands and clips. This is my, I don't even know what this is anymore, foundation, some creams, face powders, some random backup sprays, random hair bands here, as well as my white towels. These come in so handy. I use them to clean my brushes, so I have a nice stash in here. And then I've got all of my eyeshadow palettes, and this is not ideal because you can see this rug down here stops it from opening fully, and so I can't even access everything in there. So you can see there's quite a bit to go through, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna get through this together. What are my rules for organization? Well, they're pretty much the same no matter what part of the house I am organizing, because I am a bit of an organization freak. And listen, I know a lot of you are too, okay? I know that there's just some part of us that feels so fulfilled when everything is organized. I have a few rules. Rule number one, make sure that everything is cleaned properly. You don't want dust gathering. It just makes the space not only nasty, but it doesn't motivate you to keep things in an orderly manner. Even if you do surface cleaning on the regular, it just helps to do a good, proper deep clean of all your stuff. Rule number two, make sure that you are keeping everything that you use regularly closest to you physically, and you work backwards from that. So the things that you use most frequently, they need to be closest to you, within reach. The things that you use least frequently need to be furthest away from you, or archived away, or at the back of the cupboard, or stored away somewhere where you don't really need to get to it quickly or necessarily with a lot of ease. For example, you might need a stool to get to it if it's at the back of your tallest cupboard. Sometimes I've seen people store stuff, you have a drawer and you're keeping things at the front over here and you haven't touched it in months. So that's an inefficient way of storing your stuff. Rule number three is a really simple one, but it's one that's often forgotten. You need to figure out what sorting system works best for you. In other words, how does your brain process information? I could have makeup that could be sorted according to type of makeup, texture, color. For me, where it comes to makeup, where I've got a lot of one thing, such as lip products, I like to store them in a way that is broken down by color, so all the colors are together, and also by texture. So I'll keep lip glosses separate to lipsticks and separate to matte liquid lipsticks. Whereas I don't have very many liquid blushes or highlighters, so I'm fine with keeping all the colors in one place. So you have to think about what your personal routine is and how you personally like to go about reaching for the items that you use most frequently, and then think of a system that adapts to that. Those are literally the top 3 steps that I take anytime I'm organizing any part of the house. Let's get started with step number 1. I'm going to do some dusting and some cleaning. I'm going to clear all the top of this dressing table and give everything a wipe down. Baby. How I tested you, you mean? Yeah. How I tested you. Yeah. Somebody at school gave me that advice. A teacher at school.
Did I do that?
Golden advice.
Did I do that?
What did you do? You half lifted it, I think. No, what you did was you didn't fully lift it. You kind of went like, you lifted it like that, and you did it like that.
Was that good enough?
I don't know, it left me confused. I went back to it and I was like, well, kind of. Babe, I should have used a microfiber cloth. Why did you bring me tissue?
Tissue is better, I think.
No, microfiber cloth is the best. Now these are a little bit smaller than my existing acrylic trays. These were basically A4 paper holders. This has the same width, but it's shorter. I actually prefer these because these came in 3-drawer packs, and this set has got 5 drawers, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woohoo! Okay, so the top one opens like this, which means I can't pile these. I have another one of these. I reckon if I move this over here, which means I'll have to rethink where I keep my big NARS lipstick. I love that there's an extra tall drawer at the bottom there. Okay, and the second one can go on the top here. Now this, of course, means that unless I block this off, I can't keep anything up here, which I am a little bit bummed about because I had my lovely lanterns up here. Oh, how about I hang these? I can hang these, can't I?
You shall see.
On hooks here.
Yep.
Oh, that would be lovely. Now on to rule number 2, which means I've got to decide what I want to keep close to me that I'm going to use more frequently, and the things that I use less frequently over time. And you all know your makeup habits, so you make up your mind on that. But for me personally, first of all, I'm right-handed. So when I'm sitting on my table, things like this and this are easy for me to get to. So what I'm thinking is that this drawer, which currently houses eye stuff, so these are eye bases, cream eye colors, cream eye pencils, this is all sort of eyes, this section. What I'm thinking is that I rejig this entire bit completely. So the bottom tray, I'm thinking I replace with my most used base products, so my concealers. That's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm going to start off with. I've decided to join all of these eye colors. I'm going to arrange them here according to color, and then I'm going to dedicate this drawer to more of my eye stuff that I had over here, just so I have a system of going through this drawer, then this drawer, and kind of making my way up and sticking to this area when I'm doing my base to begin with. I'm going to take my lipsticks up there into the acrylic drawer. Should we give it a go?
Yeah.
And in here, I'm going to transfer the liquid lipsticks. So that way I've got all the lip stuff in one place. It's the end of day one. I am about halfway through. I do actually need to find a place for my hair products. I've put some lip pencils in here, but I might relocate them tomorrow. The great thing is that I've created some extra space in my drawers. I've also ordered some new jewelry organizers, so hopefully they'll be coming tomorrow, and I'll share with you how I'm going to reorganize my jewelry. Looking good so far though. Yes.
Have you come up with a solution for your wires yet?
We've been thinking about ideas on what to do with the hair tools.
You came up with the idea of putting like circular tubes inside, right?
Yeah, like pigeonholes.
I came up with a different idea of, I've got these tubes which are a bit more square.
And I can't wait to see, oh my God, if we can come up with a solution, I will love you even more than I do right now.
It's called a flat channel. So I'm gonna have to cut it into 3 pieces, give it a clean. So we did test that one of these gaps does hold your biggest item.
You're not even going to believe this. Hang on, you have to see this.
What's wrong? Can we do that again?
Why?
You can just imagine. For people with
the memes. Let me show you guys again, because It looked very memeable before. There's no way to do this without making it look memeable. Okay, look, just about fits. Okay, I love that you walked away because you don't want to be incriminated. It just about fits, so I can't wait to see what it looks like. But for now, I am exhausted. I'm gonna go put my feet up. I'm gonna go have a cup of tea. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good night. Hello, welcome to day 2. So I had a tough time sleeping last night, couldn't get all of this organizational stuff out of my mind, just resisting the urge to come back in this room and finish, but I was like, no, we will do it on camera. This is where we're at. I've put most of the makeup away and created some extra space. I need more immediate access to my hairsprays and heat protectant sprays and that kind of thing. I need that right next to me to grab immediately. And so going by rule 1, they should be closer to me than the lip pencils. So I've left that empty for now. I'm going to pause all of this makeup stuff and go straight to jewelry because, hello, Amazon Prime delivered my parcel. I really hope it is like what I saw because you know how these things can be. Oh, I love it. That is solid. At least on the outside, on the inside, not quite so much. But, oh, this is great. Look at this. Fantastic. So I've got these sort of flimsier and smaller and less deep jewelry holders. I'm going to replace them with these bigger, more sturdy ones. And with any space around the edges, I'm going to just cut these. This is just made out of a flimsy sort of plastic and make some extra space.
Hi guys, what I'll be doing here right now is I'm going to be tidying this area up completely, so nothing is going to be on the floor. There'll be only one wire coming out of here, and then we've got this extension lead which has like a 6-way plug which I'm going to screw at the top here, and that's going to provide power to all the services that Amena has. So it'll just be
the hair tools.
The hair tools, yes.
I don't provide services. I'll take that rubbish bag.
You can take the rubbish bag. I will also take these hooks out and use them for the lantern that's going to be hanging at the top there. But at the moment I don't have a hook for it, so we'll improvise. You don't want to just hook it onto here? You don't have a necklace or something? I'll find a way.
Knot it. So you need an S-shaped hook.
Yeah, look, you put one side in here and then you go all the way around and then the other side goes into it. You never thought of that, did you? So I also bought a USB adapter. It's got a double USB in there so that we can plug our speaker within there and for charging Amena's phone. I'll be screwing these hooks into the undercupboard so that we can hang the lanterns underneath here. One here and one here. These necklaces that Amena had in a drawer, I thought they'll come handy. If I put them through the lantern and just use them as hooks. Hi guys, so here's my finished product. So how I made this was I got that flat panel tube that I showed you earlier in the video. I cut it into 3 pieces which was about 330 millimeters each, and after I cut them, because the edges would be a bit rough, I sanded it down with a fine sander. That just gives it a nice clean finish. After I did that, I stuck them together using liquid nail and kept it overnight. Well, I kept it for more than 24 hours to harden up, because liquid nail, it takes a long time for it to set. Now that it's done, you can see it's quite sturdy. Just to be on the safe side, I'm still going to put a little rod underneath it just to support it underneath. I think I'm going to have to trim the sides off. I'm screwing.
For 1 second.
Yeah.
I have a spanner in the works.
What's that?
Well, you have a spanner in the
Oh dear.
works.
I can see the problem already.
I forgot about this one.
What is this thing?
The mermaid colour. Gives your hair curls, babe. Mermaid waves. No, don't do that. You'll wreck your hair. You'll pull on it.
This ain't gonna fit. The problem with this is that this bit here is a bit bigger than what space that we've got in here. The only solution I can think of is you'll have to cut this out.
This is the final. It's done. Ta-da! I am absolutely thrilled with my new dressing table area. I've got loads more storage in these acrylic drawers, so I've been able to really spread out my makeup in a way that I would find it easier to use and access. Love the fact that I've created extra storage, yet it looks less cluttered. It looks less busy. I've still got space for my lovely NARS lipstick, and although this is blocked off the top drawer here, what I decided to do was just to put some display pieces. Here's a personalized brush that was sent to me, one of my Indian necklaces in there as well. Possibly might put other sort of heavier costume jewelry types of things in here. And then I've managed to move all of my lip stuff into these drawers. And I love this because not only will it help for me to keep it all organized, also it'll stop me from hoarding too much or accumulating doubles or triples of the same shade. Going back to our organization rules, right? Rule number one was keep whatever you use most frequently closest to you. So the bottom drawer has got all my base stuff, and then as I move up and I do my brows and my eyes, I've got my eyeliner, mascara, basic eye stuff in here. I've got my liquid lipsticks at the top here, and then I've got my lipsticks, got my nudes, reds and my maroons, pinks, and then I've got my serum blushes and some extra lipstick bits at the back here, which is more the oranges, peaches, neon colors, which I wear less frequently, but I want to wear nonetheless now and then. I've managed to keep my blushes here in these drawers, and then I've refilled my bottom drawer here with my cotton pads and my Q-tips. I love the fact that I can do that now. It's all completely clear. I'm not going to be knocking over bottles. Not that I would sit here, but you know, I want the option. Sometimes a girl's just got to sit on her dressing table for no apparent reason. Now I can if I want to. This has been completely cleared of all bottles and bits and bobs that were lying around because now they have a home. I moved my hair stuff into the top drawer here. I've got my basic hair accessories here. My rubber bands, my clips, I've got some pieces from my Dyson Airwrap in here, and it all conveniently fits into those jewelry organizers, which I hadn't planned on using to store my hair accessories. Nice pleasant surprise to have found a use for that. Don't you just love it when things just fit exactly? Yeah. And you hadn't planned it. Yeah. These deep drawers were great for me to store my taller foundation bottles. Still, I do have some structure in this in terms of, we talked about grouping and how I like to organize my things and the rules that I use. And one of those rules was grouping, wasn't it? What I've done is not only grouped according to the type of product and the shades, but also in terms of foundations that I use, say for mixing purposes or for particular types of skin days, or if I've got a tan or don't have a tan. So what I've done is still split up my foundations. I've then got my lip pencils in these pots, which is great because when I normally look for lip pencils, I grab a whole bunch and then find the closest shade. This way, I've got them in these lovely acrylic pots. So they're my dark colors, and I've got my pinks, and then I've got my nudes over here. And then some pencils which were too long, all I did was I put them in a basket on the side. I've then at the back here still got some palettes, things that I like to just use last minute if I'm doing a really flawless makeup, say for a special occasion, or if I'm doing someone else's makeup for them, because I'll have like friends or family around sometimes and I'll do their makeup. In the next drawer, finally, my eyeshadow palettes have been freed from the confines of the bottom drawer. Firstly, the rug was in the way, you guys remember, and secondly, it was just like so much piling one on top of the other. Now, I've got my palettes arranged according to roughly group coloring. Peachy shades along here. So I use my Ardea palettes a lot, and I wanted to just keep them grouped together. Small glittery ones here. Then I've got a basket for glitters. Again, going back to ease of use, because I'll be sitting in the middle here, here, I found that it would be easy for me to split up my palettes in the same drawers, the second drawer from the bottom, on either side. So that way I don't have to trawl through loads of different palettes. So over here I've got more of my rosy nude colors, more of the brighter pop colors, and then I've got some bigger palettes at the back there which I use less frequently, but I kind of keep them as backup. I've kept my white towel drawer at the bottom here, and then here the random bits and bobs, the miscellaneous drawer. The best part, do you want to come down here? Can you see? Can you guys see that I have got all this extra leg room down here? My bin arrived today. Check this out. It's a soft close bin which fits perfectly over here. It's white, it's compact. The best part, my new hair tools holder. Oh my God, it is amazing, and it has made life so much easier. No more wires getting tangled with each other. You just pull them out like that, use it, and then I just push it back in. The little compartments on the side, I can actually stick my whatever white towel I'm using. Instead of leaving it out on my table, which used to kind of bother me, I can just tuck them away in here. How cool is that? I've got my Bluetooth speaker there, everything that a girl could want, everything that I could want. I'm done here, so thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you soon in my next video. Mwah.